feedback is best received in a situation where feedback is supposed to be given. This is such an important principle that I feel like I'm learning in a world where my whole job is to try and get my teammates to buy into this vision and do exactly what we want them to do to provide this experience, to work the stores, to manage the stores, to manage cost of goods, to manage labor, to run this business, to run a business. You must get your teammates, get your employees to do what it is that you'd like them to do. That means you're going to have to provide them critical feedback or constructive criticism. The way I think that's best received is in an opportunity and environment to receive feedback. So a couple years ago, I created something called give and take meetings. You give some feedback, you take some feedback. Both the manager and the employee gives some feedback and they take some feedback. It's now a required exercise that all of our general managers have to do with their employees and that I do with my employees. We sit down and first we say, all right, first let's give some feedback positive. What's some feedback that we're both doing well? First, I'll go first. You're doing really well at this. I really love how you do this. I really love the way you talk to customers in this way. Hey, it was really awesome when you said this to your teammate the other day. What are some things that you've noticed that we've been doing well as management? Boom. They hit you back with a few things. And then once everyone's pumped on each other, thank you so much for all these compliments. Then you go into taking some negative feedback. Hey, now that we've gone through that, let me give you some stuff that you can work on. I've really noticed that I need you to pick it up in the shop a little bit. Sometimes you're kind of moseying around a little bit, and every second counts, and I really need you to be a hustler in there and get it done and really get the most out of every shift. If you create a situation where you're supposed to get feedback anyways, not just like, hey, let me pull you aside right now. You're doing really bad at this. I need you to fix it right now. That's not going to work. That's going to be defensive. That's going to be combative. But if you do two things, one, create the situation where you're already giving feedback. We're going to have this give and take meeting where we're going to give and take feedback. Come prepared. So that's number one. But when they come to that meeting, not only were they already ready to give the feedback, but you started it off on a positive note. When they came into that meeting, they're like, man, you know what? I have all this stuff that I'm pissed about. I can't wait to tell them about it. And they go in, and all of a sudden, they're getting all these compliments. And their mind immediately goes from, oh, I'm pissed to, oh my gosh, I love this place, actually. I honestly forgot most of the stuff I was going to give negative about. It's a total mindset shift, and it's honestly just nice. It's honestly just nice. Like, first, give someone a heads up, and second, build them up before you give them constructive criticism. So a huge tactic, let's call it a tactic, for running the business. Running the business is create a situation for context and build them up before you tear them down. And you're not really tearing them down. You're really building them up in a constructive way, because when things are not combative, they're so much more constructive. They're so much more beneficial. And so just a little tip that I've learned and I'm implementing in my business.
Money coming, money go. I've been at it on the low. Trapping out of where I live. I keep seeing the leaders doing this. We talking plans and maybe seeing you. Pull up on you, let me scoop. Nobody here but me and you. Got a little ring to it, turn that thing fluid in the coupe. Way you look, I know it's real. I'm on my shine. I've been really getting a feel. You know why I'm here, don't act like you don't know how I feel.